Lasciate. Huh?
He got what he wanted.
Well, he got
what he wanted.
Didn't want to work for them.
Makes sense.
So he'll probably head straight back to where he was. As I said, he won't hang around up here because he is actually in agro territory. And agro being the largest crocodile in the territory. This is another one of our female crocodiles, and her name's Steady Eddie. So it's a pretty clay wedding.
You're schlecht.
It's quite a good jump for this crocodile. The females obviously tend to jump better than the males, and that's because they are much lighter and they're much more agile. Have a look at her front right leg. When she comes up, it hangs neatly down at her side. She's got a bit of a deformity there. And if you know the comedian Steady Eddie, he's got a similar disability with his arm. He actually came out on this cruise a few years ago and he saw this crocodile jump and he said, that one looks like me. And so that's how it got named Steady Eddie, even though it is a female. In the populated areas during the wet season, because during the wet season they go off looking to establish area, and they're the ones that can be found in all the creeks and wetlands and floodplains, and they are often the ones that cause problems with the human population closer to Darwin. This is actually one that we call Archie, and we did notice yesterday for the first time that he's got a fairly serious wound on his tail. And he must have got attacked by one of the dominant male crocodiles. He probably got tangled up with old agro along the line somewhere. Yeah, the females are very territorial. They don't usually roam very far at all. So this guy is probably about 4 metres long, so he would be no match for the likes of Bogart and Agro, and he is in Agro's territory at the moment. And when you can get him to come up high enough, you'll notice that he's actually missing one of his front legs as well. Getting hidden off by one of the big crocodiles. See that wound on his tail there as he turned around. Even one this size, it does take a fair effort to get up out of the water like that, because he would still weigh somewhere between 400 and 500 kilograms, so it is still a fair effort for a crocodile that size to get up out of the water like that. I'm not sure where little Arnie went. He might have taken off then, but this one was around. Can do it on the wing. So we call these ones our Qantas birds because they have in-flight meals. The poor old eagles must fly jet star. They've got to land before they get a feed. One of the places you'll always see these kites is around the bushfires. You may have noticed cruising around up here we do have a lot of fires during the dry season. And these birds will often hang around the fire fronts, just waiting to pick up any little animals and creatures that are trying to escape from the flames. Things like mice and grasshoppers, snakes and lizards. And they actually use the fire as a hunting tool to flush those little animals out. And they're so cunning, they've even worked out how to start fires themselves. They'll wait for the fire to burn down and then they'll pick up a stick that's got a burning ember on the end of it and drop it into dry grass and they get a whole new fire going. And of course it gives them a whole new food source, flushing out all those little animals. So they're little pyromaniacs or arsonists as well, and not very popular with the firefighters, I might add. Or the landowners that don't want their land set on fire. But I can't give you a better example of why crocodiles jump. The crocodile's just drifting along in the right place at the right time. As these birds swoop down over the water, they can have all the fresh food they want for lunch. I wouldn't recommend that you try and recreate any of this feeding at all, folks, that you've seen today. Especially with these birds, they do have very, very sharp talons on them, and if they get close enough to you to rip your skin, you'll just about always end up with stitches, and you'll also probably have an infection that will last you for 2 or 3 months, because they do feed on a lot of rotting meat, and they do carry a lot of pathogens on their claws. And the other incentive not to feed them is it can incur up to a $50,000 fine for feeding any wildlife in the territory, so it can also leave a fairly severe wound on your wallet. And there's old Bogart over there. Alright folks, we're going to make our way back now, so I'm going to leave you alone for a little while. You can enjoy the rest of the cruise in peace. But if anybody's got any questions at all, please feel free to come and ask Wendy or myself. I'd be too happy to try and answer them. Other than that, just sit back and enjoy the scenery, and we'll be back at our jetty area in around about 10 minutes or so.
That's not good. Weird.